Sasuke is not a pivot in the story of Naruto, and his entire villain arc is completely overdone and should be excluded from the upcoming Naruto live-action movie. At least according to this article I found in the beginning of April. I'm a month behind on this, but a lot has happened. I saw this article calling Sasuke a villain and how the upcoming live-action shouldn't include his villain arc because it felt tedious and convoluted, and should instead make him a pivot for the fight against the Otsutsuki. Did this person watch the anime or read the manga? Let's find out. The article in question is titled, "The Naruto live-action movie doesn't need this villain arc." You can find it on the website CBR. It starts off saying that Sasuke and Naruto are rivals, and then that Sasuke was training to obliterate his elder brother for wiping out their clan, and how eventually he discovers that Itachi did what he did to protect Konoha, and that enraged Sasuke still vows to kill Itachi and get revenge on the Leaf Village. Even after finding out, also mentions that Sasuke hated that he had to grow up alone and that all this was the reason he joined the Akatsuki and formed Taga and tried to permanently destroy Naruto after the wars against Obito and Madara. Okay, let's start with protect Konoha from what? Uchiha wanted to end the decades-long discrimination and oppression they were facing at the hands of the higher-ups. Not to mention that when Kurama attacked the village under Genjutsu when Naruto was born, and during the Konoha crush, no other villages went to attack the Leaf Village after the events. Not even after the Pain arc. Most people would hate growing up alone, and why was that sentence in bold? Sasuke didn't find out about the true reason Itachi did what he did until after Itachi died, as well as the real reason behind said coup, as far as I'm aware. And why wouldn't he want revenge against Konoha? Specifically the three people who are left that caused all of his trauma in the Uchiha genocide? It'd be four, but the Sandaime Hokage was already dead by this point in the story. And what wars against Madara and Obito? There was only one war against them, the Fourth Great Ninja War, that lasted 2 days, also known as approximately 212 episodes including filler, or volumes 55 through 59 in the manga, according to Google. It continues with, the advantage of Sasuke being a rebel without defecting from Konoha is that Naruto would have the help needed to fight the big villains of the franchise, the Otsutsuki. Kaguya was the first alien who came to Earth, got sealed away, and then tried to return to enslave it. Naruto and Sasuke were reincarnations of her sons, Ashura and Indra respectively. But the manga and the anime didn't spend much time detailing how they would form their clans down the line and the emotional impact Kaguya had fighting her descendants. When the time came, was Sasuke not helping Naruto with that? And why shouldn't he have defected from Konoha? What good could they do for him? Naruto and Sasuke were reincarnations of her sons, Ashura and Indra respectively. Okay, so the author didn't watch nor read Naruto. Indra and Ashura Otsutsuki are not Kaguya's sons. They are her grandsons. Homura and Hagoromo Otsutsuki are her sons, and Hagoromo is Ashura and Indra's father. I feel like the author doesn't know much about Kaguya either. If they did, they'd know her story a little better. Fans always felt the manga and anime forced Sasuke and Naruto against each other, when a simple conversation, aka Naruto's patented talk no jutsu, would have convinced Sasuke to come home. Why does Sasuke need to be convinced to return home when his home was taken away from him by this home the author speaks of, that home being Konoha? Why would he return to the place that treated his people so poorly that they felt they had no other choice but to do a coup against the people in charge of Konoha, only to be wiped out for daring to stand up for themselves after years of oppression? Konoha, specifically Danzo, the third Hokage, and the two Hokage advisors, Homura and Koharu, three of which were Tobirama Senju's students, and all four of which were on his personal team. And we all know what Tobi thought of the Uchiha. They forced Itachi to wipe out his whole clan, specifically Danzo because he's the one that gave the order, excluding Sasuke, and then blamed him for it. They swept what they did under a filthy rug that already had many skeletons piling up, and acted like he was the most evil person. He was a child, and he was forced to do that and to become a fugitive by the old people in charge. who had no business being in charge of Konoha since there should have been a fit Hokage by then, regardless if Itachi regretted it or not, which he never really does. By not splintering the team, Naruto's director Daniel Dessen, I hope I pronounced that right, can focus on what made Teen 7 work in the first place. Sakura was known to stop arguments and function as the team's mature, responsible leader. Naruto also liked her while he liked Sasuke. Sakura eventually realized she needed to change the views of Konoha and have the village recognize female shinobi more. This worked in a love triangle that allowed Sasuke to develop feelings for Sakura that would pay off down the line. This would also allow Naruto to understand he was meant to lead the Hidden Leaf. Naruto wasn't meant to be the leader of the Hidden Leaf village, and Sakura certainly wasn't the reason he wanted to become Hokage in the first place. The extreme betrayal against him and isolation by the Leaf is what made him want to be Hokage, so that he would be recognized. I don't remember Sasuke developing feelings for Sakura. It focused heavily on Sasuke plotting in the shadow and Naruto forming an army, realizing much later in the story of their link to Kaguya. By switching this up and making lineage a primary and not secondary arc, the movie can dial more into the emotional core. Sasuke and Naruto exploring their family tree and the overall theme of dynasty. Sasuke will learn more about how Indra developed a dark side, which passed down to the Uchiha, while Ashura's light gave way to the Senju and Uzumaki, Naruto's family, clans. While I do agree that Naruto should have learned more of the Uzumaki and the Namikazes, there is no one to teach him, since the Uzumaki are also victims of genocide in which Konoha did nothing to protect them, as far as I'm aware. And well, I don't know what happened to Minato's people, and also that Sasuke should have learned more of his people, but how was he going to? He was the only one left at age 7 or 8. Indra's dark side. It wasn't passed down, nor did it emerge until his father gave his little brother the title of successor and expected him to follow without questions, having his birthright taken away because he was more introverted than his little brother, whom their father called the flunky, useless dropout younger brother, and implied, at least to me, that ninjutsu was created for wars and all things evil. I didn't see the part where Indra created it in the manga, but in the anime, Indra created ninjutsu when he was just a child. So yes, his dark side. The Uchiha inherited, the darkness of wanting to be treated like people with respect in the village that they helped make. So very dark. Uchiha calls the Uzumaki, among other things, a bit savage. Natsuma Senju punched Hashirama, a child at the time, for being angry and sad that his little brother died, saying that he was being disrespectful towards his brother by basically questioning the system. Tobirama is a Senju who was not shy about his hatred and prejudice against the Uchiha clan. He is, after all, the founder of the bigoted pseudoscience that was the curse of hatred the Uchiha are supposedly afflicted by, a clan that, according to him, is cursed and calls Sasuke a brat possessed by Uchiha evil. And that's on Ashura's light that gave way for his descendants, the Uzumaki and the Senju, a clan of love. By focusing on Teen 7's strengths, fans would get drama, comedy, and romantic tension, but with a better oiled unit. It would play into the idea of family a lot more than the lore, which didn't keep Teen 7 together on the same journey for so many of the big arcs, especially the leading to the Otsutsuki. Ultimately, by allowing Sasuke to be more of a pivot and less of a villain, fans would get something less nebulous and frantic and filled with a lot more heart and impact. Right, because he wasn't a pivot to the story at all, nor did his and Naruto's story have any heart and impact. Right. At some point while reading this article, I wonder if some of this article is just satire. Was this an April Fool's post? But no, it was posted on March 31st. Listen, Google is free, and doing bare-bone research before posting something isn't difficult at all. The author of this article clearly did not do any research and is probably anti-Sasuke, because what is being suggested is essentially throwing away Sasuke's entire character arc to give more light to Naruto and Sakura. the teen's mature, responsible leader. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe. I usually do gameplay content, but now I will also venture in commentary and video essays. So leave your opinions in the comment section below. Check the description below while you're at it. Got something you'd like me to talk about? Articles, movies, TV shows, animes, cartoons, mangas, etc, 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 or a game to play? Let me know in the comments as well, or ask me on Tumblr. Have a lovely day and see you all next time. Bye bye!